Waiting to go live. Hello, everyone. I'm just gonna, we're all set up over here. There we go. So I'm just making sure all the technical stuff is ready. So grab your water, get your pen and paper, sit back and relax, and we'll get started in just a second. I just want to make sure we're actually alive. I'm waiting for that notification. Hey, okay, there I am. All right, awesome. Thank you, everybody, for joining me today. I'm going to go ahead and get started and share my screen because I'm super excited about this topic. Just making sure everything's working. Okay. There we go. And I got the slowest computer on the planet. There we are. Excellent. Welcome, everyone. Doterra. Goodbye, Toxins. Hello, Nature. I'm super excited about this class. It is really near and dear to my heart lately, just the past couple of years, because right now, if just let me share a little bit about myself. I've been dealing with a little bit of perimenopausal symptoms, because I'm right at that little golden age where that's going to happen. And I discovered through doTERRA, toxins could be a huge factor in messing up or screwing up our hormone balance. And so I was like, okay, let me start weeding out. Let me go look underneath everything and find out what I have and what's going on. And I just did a huge research for the past 2 years about this, and I'm here to share it with everything that I've learned with you guys. Okay, so real quickly, I'm a mom. I've got 2 kids. Ian, he's 13. Erica's 9. When I was first introduced to essential oils, I didn't really know anything about them or was into them, but it was actually my son who is very active and hyper, and we just can't naturally calm down. He's just a very energetic kid. And we were struggling to get him to bed one night, and my aunt just so happened to share lavender essential oil with me. And I asked him if I could put some on him. He said, yeah. He was about 6 or 7 at the time. And within a minute, I witnessed he stopped jumping on the bed. He got underneath the covers and he passed out. And I was just like, yay, I get to spend more time with my husband. But it wasn't until the next night, I was just going in to say goodnight, and the kids are already in bed. They're ready to fall asleep. And Ian's little head popped up and said, Mom, can I have some lavender? And I thought, okay, there's something to this, because a 6-year-old, especially my 6-year-old, wasn't normal for him to ask for something like that. So I was like, there's something to this. So yeah, it was Healing Hands Foundation and CoImpact Sourcing that turned me on. We're going to talk about that a little bit. That I was just like, sign me up. I didn't even care about the oils. I didn't think they were going to do anything for me, but boy, was I wrong. So buckle up, you guys. Get your pen and paper and your water. I've got mine, and we're going to get started. Okay. All right. So what is a toxin? And what does toxic load mean? What is it? All right, a toxin is any substance that places undue stress on the body. They're everywhere. We're going to dive into that as well, where you can find these toxins, what they're named. There's only really one name I look for, because there's a lot of names out there and they're long and hard to pronounce, but you can always go to EWG.org. That's the Environmental Watch Group, and you can grab all the stuff out of your medicine cabinet, your hygiene stuff, your cleaning products, and just list all the ingredients, and they'll tell you, they'll give you a rate of how toxic it is, if you're curious to know. Toxic load is the sum of toxic substances accumulated within your body and the burden they place on organs at any time. So basically, our liver, the beautiful liver, the cells rejuvenate every 120 days, and it is the one organ that detoxes our body. It's like, that's its job, and it does a good job. But when we put too much, it can only, process so much of it, and the rest gets stuck, and then inflammation, all this other fun stuff happens, and we start getting crazy symptoms, right? All right, so the burden of your body toxic load matters. Yes, you're going to spiral out of control. You're going to feel less fatigue. You're going to feel more fatigue, less energy. You're just brain fog. You're just going to feel like I'm a little out of sorts, right? Even though you're getting a whole 8 hours of sleep, hopefully 7, and doing all the right things, but you're still feeling like just something's just dragging you down. Let's take a look in your medicine cabinet. Let's look underneath your kitchen cabinet. Let's look in your laundry room and in the drawer in your bathroom where you keep all your beauty products. Fun fact, women use an average of 12 personal care products that contain over or more than 160 chemicals. And that again is according to the EWG.org. Men, they're so lucky, on average use 6 personal care products that only have 85 chemicals. So they use less because they like to look, I don't know, it's a whole other thing for men, that double standard, right? We have to look like we're in our 20s forever and can just look like 80 and still be hot. I don't know, I don't get it, but that's where we're at. Okay, when functioning properly, your body is an efficient toxic load minimizing machine. Absolutely. When everything's running normally and your liver's on point, you're just going to be a rock star during the day. Your body becomes less efficient at managing toxins as its toxic load increases. And this could be environment and in your home too. Environment we can't control. I mean, we could do as much as we can politically, but we're pretty much kind of stuck when there's especially wildfires here in California. We can't really help those. All right, good news. I got good news. You can control what you bring into your home. Even though we can't control our environment outside the home, we can control what's happening inside our home. I'm happy to report. Okay, protect your home and family with natural products like plants. You can replace your personal care products with natural versions that you can trust. So who can you trust? Doterra. Been using Doterra for 5 years now, and I have not had any problems, any side effects, mostly side benefits, if you want to call it that. It is pure essential oil. Safe effectiveness and potency is super important to Doterra, and this is what they do to make sure that we are getting pure essential oil. They test their oils 54 times. They work closely with the farmers as well to make sure that it is harvested at the peak time, not before or too soon or too late. They are tested, so there's no third party broker or anything. They're straight from the farmer to the US. They're tested 54 times. So yeah, literally farm to bottle. They're tested 54 times. 11 of those are done by third-party labs because they want to make sure there's no contaminants, no pesticides, no adulteration, that it is 100% pure oil, and that it also has a chemical compound. A lot of people miss this part. These oils have a chemical compound that actually work in our bodies on a cellular level, because our bodies naturally produce these chemicals, but sometimes life throws a curveball and it's like, no, we're not going to produce them anymore. So you turn to supplements to help, bridge those gaps. Doterra, right now, the FDA does not regulate this $18 billion. I'm sure it's more than that by now, thanks to the pandemic industry, which is crazy to me, but they don't. So Doterra has set their own standard because they truly believe like one drop is going to change the world. So they coined the term certified pure tested grade. So every oil should have that label. And if it does, it's been tested and passed, and it has that chemical compound in every bottle for every drop. Okay. CoImpact Sourcing. This was it for me. I was like, stop talking. Where do I sign? I don't care about the oils. I just want to be partnered with this company that not only gives back to the communities where they get these oils from, through Healing Hands Foundation, where they build clinics and schools and running water, whatever that community needs, they'll find out, and doTERRA will do that. And the best part is their highest ranked wellness advocates, the ones that are like changing their communities like crazy, actually get to go on incentive trips to these locations and actually help out those communities, whatever those needs are, if it was running water or a hospital or they need to build a school. They get to go and do that, which is very amazing. One day I get to do that. One day. I dare to dream. Okay, so that's CoImpact Sourcing. So what that is they work closely with the farmers. I think 98% of the farmers work exclusively with doTERRA, and that just means they pay them fair market value. They make sure their needs are met, not just receiving the oil, but that they're getting their basic needs met as well. And you can't hate on that. All right, fragrance. Let's talk about fragrance. So when you go to your kitchen cabinets, your medicine cabinet, your laundry room, and you read the ingredients on those bottles, most common ingredient you're going to find is the word fragrance. It might say perfume fragrance or natural fragrance. It might have a quote in. If it has a quote, that's a little sketch. That's a little sketchy, and I've seen that a couple of times. So there's only two sources where you can get fragrances from. One is petroleum or coal tar base. So basically a chemist, that's what he went to school for, was to get that base and tweak the chemical compound in that base to mimic, lavender, whatever chemical compound like linalool, those kinds of things. Because if you think about it, you really can't extract the scent of the air, all those scents that say fresh air or, ocean air. Ocean, you could, if they did algae, because that's a plant too, but very expensive to extract the scent of the sea. So they turned to a cheaper option, which is the petroleum and coal tar base. And they just tweak that chemical to mimic the other chemical and then pretend that's what the smell is. But plant-based, of course, is the more expensive option, but obviously the healthier choice, I think. All right. doTERRA loves to share the ditch and switch. I love this little graphic. A lot of people love candles. Most people, I've just read an article, I think it was Yankee Candle. I hate to bring up brand names, but whatever the brand was, people were returning their candles because they couldn't smell the scents anymore because they were very faint or hardly ever. And of course, people thought they had the symptoms, but they were like, no, I'm totally negative. So I don't know if it's a production thing because we're in a pandemic, but keep in mind, those are not natural scents at all. So you can turn to essential oils. You can diffuse your oils with a water diffuser or any kind of diffusing tool. Plugins, oh, those are horrible, horrible, horrible. I can't tell you. I do not walk down the aisle in any grocery or retail store that has that aisle of I want to say chemicals, cleaning products, and those plugins are there. It reeks. And I just noticed, because I hardly go down those anymore since I now purchase from doTERRA all my needs. There is I think it's Glade or Airwick, one of those. They have essential oils now that you can buy. I mean, they're $6, but I wouldn't. Yeah, it's very. I don't know about those, but they're there, so it makes you wonder. Like they're picking up that it's a thing people are turning to because they want to make sure they grab all the customers. So, yeah, they don't want to leave anybody out in their marketing. So just be mindful of that. Those are probably not the same as doTERRA, especially if they like sink to the bottom. If your oils ever sink to the bottom in a water diffuser, you don't have a pure oil at all. Diffusers is like just a simple, easy way to get, to cleanse the air, to change your mood. Dryer sheets are horrible to begin with for the environment because you just throw them away when you're done. They're not sustainable. It's just horrible. And there's tons of toxins in there. So I've switched to dryer balls. So you can get them through doTERRA, Abode line, or Amazon. They get the wool balls from Amazon. It's fine too. Perfumes, the high-end perfumes are going to use plants, and the real cheapy stuff is not. And a lot of people, will complain about migraines or head tension, severe head tension. I have to be mindful because FDA doesn't like us to, as a wellness advocate, use those kind of words. So I have to say head tension or severe head tension, but you know what I'm saying. you can turn to the florals. The florals are very nice. They have a whole line of florals in a touch. Just put it behind your ear before a date night. That's what I do. And then I'm on my way. All right, here's some extra tips for you guys that are looking like, well, how else can I use these oils, you know, to start removing, because I have all these things that I like to use. Use them up if if you're like me and you don't want to waste because you spent money on the stuff that's already in your home. Go ahead, use them up, and then when you run out or they've expired, because luckily I've had some that expired, that's when you can start replacing with doTERRA products. Bath, you can mix 3 to 4 drops of your favorite oil in a cup of Epsom salts. I like to put just right in, you know, a couple of drops right in the bath is fine, or right on the floor of the shower if you're not a bath person. And then I have a lava rock as well, and I put some eucalyptus on that, 3 to 4 drops, and that's what I smell as I take my shower, so it's very calming and relaxing. Steam inhalation, you want to add 1 or 2 drops of oil in a choice of steaming mug or bowl of hot water, and then you cup your hands around the rim and breathe in deeply. And you want to do that 3 or 4 times, or as often as you need to. Some people like to, you know, do a towel. They put a towel over their head, do it that way. You could try peppermint, breathe, and on guard. Those are some very popular go-tos. Oh, and then for the bath, Serenity, Balance, and Adaptive. Those are all very calming, relaxing oil blends. Linen mist, if before bed, you can make a little spray bottle. Since we're talking about spray bottles, you can use the #1 and #2 plastic bottles. Those are safe. Because, and the reason I know this is I did my research. If you notice, doTERRA has plastic orifices and caps, and people are like, well, you know, you say it breaks down. Well, this is a #2 or #1. I don't know which one, but that's what they use. And so it's safe enough. So if you have a #1 or #2, and you'll see it on the bottom, it's usually in like a little triangle, recycle looking sign. But any numbers past 2, like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I've seen a lot of 6 and 7s. Those are usually the water bottles. Don't put your oils in that. But anything with a recyclable 1 or 2 is safe and fine. So yeah, you want to grab glass stainless steel is more preferred, but if you have one of those plastic bottles, that's fine, because I like to recycle my old cleaning plastic bottles, and those are 1s and 2s too. 30 milliliter, you want to add 10 or more drops of oil of your choice and top off with water. I prefer distilled or filtered water, just because, again, tap is fine, but you know, you're trying to reduce adding, you know, the toxins in your house. Not that there's toxins in your water, you just know what I'm saying. Okay. Another option is to add some hazelnut, hazelnut. I'm kind of wishing I had some coffee right now. All right, witch hazel. You can add cheer, citrus bloom is nice, Northern Escape, and Serenity. Air fresheners, we talked about those. If you don't want to, or don't own a diffuser, you don't want to pay extra for a diffuser, an extra one, because maybe you had one in your kit, but you're looking for it. Maybe I need another one. You can use a cotton ball. You don't have to go out and spin anything. You probably already have cotton balls in your house. Just grab one, place 1 to 3 drops on that cotton ball and just place it wherever. I like to put it in the dash vent of my car when I don't have any water, because I do have a little diffuser in my car, of course. But when I run out of water and I don't have any, I just try to find some kind of tissue or something, add a little drop of that, and we're good to go. Peppermint, Adaptive, Cheer, Wild Owner, those are all uplifting. So that's perfect for that commute, if you have a terrible commute, or if you just want to joyride. Foot massage, if you're into that, you want to add a few drops of your favorite oil with some fraction of coconut oil or any carrier oil. Unscented lotion is fine, and massage on the bottoms of the feet. Balance, Northern Escape, those have got a lot of trees in them. It's going to keep you grounded. And On Guard is going to be nice and warm, spicy. It's going to have that cinnamon. It's going to feel really good. Breathe from your hands. Add 1 or 2 drops of oil of your choice in the palm of your hand. Rub your hands together, cup them over your nose, and take 3 deep breaths. And you can try peppermint, Adaptive, and Breathe, but any oil of your choice. Okay. Hair care, if you're looking to switch, that's what I use. I've been using for some time now. I even noticed a change in Erica's hair because, oh, she would get some tangles from hell. I mean, we had many nights of tears, both of us, just trying to get those tangles out. Poor baby. Now that we have found a product finally, especially the leave-in conditioner, oh my goodness, luxury in a bottle. And you could get the I think you could, if you get the hair care system, you can get the travel kit for I think $10. I don't know if that's still a thing because I know it was when it first came out, but check that, go into your account.com, doterra.com, and log into your account. And I believe you can add on the travel kit for $10 extra. Just, I think it's still available. Okay. Virage skincare line. I love this one as well, but I'm switching over. I love the way they smell, the way they feel. It was like I just had a spa in my own home. I mean, talk about self-care. Because I always feel like, you know, eating, sleeping, and drinking enough water is basic needs and not self-care, but washing your face is self-care. I do not do enough of it for sure. You can get, there's a cleanser. I have not tried to use that. The toner, I really like the toner. I have not tried the Immortelle, or do it? No, I don't. Serum, no, I don't have that one. Or the moisture. I have tried the moisturizer. I really like the moisturizer. It's very light. It's not, doesn't have a heavy feel at all. I do like it. And that's Brush. And I've switched over because I'm getting older to the anti-aging line. It's about that time. All right, Yarrow Palm. Oh my goodness, I just got a new bottle with my points. I have yet to buy this one since it came out in convention. I got it with my kit, and I've been using my points since then, so I can keep this bottle in hands. Wow, what can I say about it? It's got the Yarrow Essential Oil, pomegranate seed oil. It's very thick, it's blue. So yeah, it's going to leave a little blueness tint, but over time it does fade away. I just love using it on my hands because I wash my hands like crazy. I work in a kitchen. I serve lunches to middle school kids. So anytime I do a different task, I gotta wash my hands, and that racks up. And I try not to touch the sanitizer because of toxins, and that has triggered some perimenopausal symptoms I've noticed. But yeah, I try to I use it on my hands mostly. And Aaron, he's a physical therapist assistant, and this time of year his hands get really cracked and they bleed, and Yarrow Palm has come through. He has noticed the lines minimized, there's less bleeding. He's a huge fan and he uses it every winter. Okay, On Guard sanitizing hand wipes. This is brand new. This came out I think last year. It's infused with protective benefits of On Guard essential oil, aloe leaf extract. These wipes clean your hands while being gentle on your skin. I actually like to wipe down surfaces with them. I know I don't think that's what they're meant for, but it just, I don't know. It has On Guard in it, and I know germs cannot survive with the essential oil blend that On Guard has. It doesn't kill the germs. It's just the germs were like, I can't hang out here. It's like they get suffocated and they can't thrive and survive. It's just not a good environment for them, so they don't hang around. All right, so those of y'all that have joined me today that are watching the replay or watching now that are not members of doTERRA, I want to share with you the 3 ways to buy. First one's retail, where you pay full price. I don't really talk about that one because I want my friends to get the discount. Wholesale is the most popular option. Most people go that route. And then there's below wholesale. So I'm going to show you a couple examples of what below wholesale looks like. So what below wholesale means is that you're getting the products even deeper discounts. They're way below 25% off. Plus doTERRA waives the $35 membership fee. So you get a free membership and you get a set of oils to get you started your first year out the gate. You're going to get a diffuser with Aroma Essentials collection. This is the perfect ditch and switch if you want to get rid of all those plugins, the candles, dryer sheets, all that, and replace it with this kit. It comes with a diffuser, so you can use the oils all 3 ways for those that have supplement facts on them. You can take them internally. This kit has the 5 milliliter bottle, so you're getting 85 drops. So this kit could last you, the bottles could last you anywhere between 6 months to a year and a half to 2 years, depending how often you use the oils. Remember, you just need 1 or 2 drops if you're going to apply topically or take it internally. And if you're going to diffuse, you want to use 3 to 4. Anything more than that, it's a little bit too much. You'll get peppermint, which is going to, it's a natural coolant. Balance is going to keep you just calm. Breathe is just going to give you some lung support. We can all use a little support for our lungs. Citrus bloom is just sweet, uplifting. I think it's the perfect spring bouquet scent when we get into spring. Adaptive is great in the morning. It has what is it, wild orange and lavender, so everybody's awake but still calm to get out the door without going getting overwhelmed and rushing out. Cheer, bright, sunny, uplifting. We're gonna have May gray and June gloom. This is the oil I turn to get out of that funk. Wild orange, instant, it's just a natural energy booster. Northern Escape, if you want a forest bathe and just get out into the woods and you just can't go anywhere, just go into your home and put in some Northern Escape. On Guard's going to sanitize the air, cleanse the air. You can use that as a household cleaner. It was the first oil I used as a household cleaner, was On Guard. I had made a bottle in a reusable plastic bottle that had some, I think, vinegar in it. And I made a cleaning bottle for my son because he was not aiming in the toilet anymore. So I made him clean the bathroom, and it was the best experience. Serenity, it just cues your body that you're getting ready for bedtime. It doesn't knock you out, but it's a restful blend. You're going to sleep like a baby. Healthy Start Kit's perfect for the person that wants the top oils that everybody turns to and just wants to dip their toe in it. It comes with a diffuser, so you can use the oils all 3 ways. You'll get 5 milliliter single oils: lavender, lemon, peppermint, tea tree, oregano, and frankincense. The essential oil blends, the 5 milliliter bottles, you get the deep blue, perfect for before and after workouts or any kind of exercise. Breathe, On Guard, and Digestin for those tummy issues if you've got that going on. The Healthy Habits Kit is perfect for the person that wants to lay down the foundation. I find that when you use supplements, these oils, they work, I want to say faster, but I use less and I notice results quicker, if that helps. I feel more energy, less pain. I'm a huge fan. And I noticed my perimenopausal symptoms, they still happen, but not as often and not as intense, I think, because I haven't had a full-blown hot flash, but I felt them. And yeah, I haven't gotten to the point where I'm like breaking out in a sweat. Let me just put it that way. Okay. PBSS Plus is a probiotic. Those are huge, necessary for anyone with anxiety like myself. Huge. Wow. Let me tell you, I started taking 2 in the morning and that has changed my week so far. Terrazyme breaks down, it's enzymes that break down the nutrients for a happy brain. And instead of the oil, you're getting the deep blue rub. So it comes in a lotion form. You just need a pea size and you just keep applying a layer until you get to that desired heat. But do wash your hands because you don't want to get that in your eye or any sensitive areas below the belt. That's happened. So do remember to wash your hands. You are going to get the 5 milliliter small bottle. So you just get a little sample of frankincense, tangerine, lavender, and the 5 milliliter blends, On Guard and Balance. And then the Lifelong Vitality Pack. All right, Home Essentials Kit. These are the bigger bottles. So they're going to last a lot longer, 250 drops. You got the diffuser, so you can use the oil all 3 ways. So you're not going to have to purchase your oils anytime soon. This is going to last you quite a bit. The single oils, you're going to get lemon, lavender, peppermint, cobaiba. Lemon is your liver's best friend. Remember I talked about the liver cells, they're 120, they rejuvenate every 120 days. Well, lemon supports those cells. So wouldn't it be awesome to have that one cell that's 119 days old, still working like it's day one? That's what lemon's going to do. All right. Essential oil blends, 5 milliliter deep blue. That's always going to be 5 milliliter. Because of the sourcing of certain plants, they can only yield so much. So that's why it's a small bottle. 15 milliliter, adaptive, balance, breathe, digestin, and on guard. Love it. Oh, and by the way, the diffusers work up into a 400 square foot room, if you were curious about that. All right, natural solutions kit. Now this is perfect for the person that wants to get rid of all that stuff in their cabinet, their kitchen sink, all that, because they went and looked and they noticed, hey, maybe I should start removing toxins from my home too and see how I feel. This has a little bit of everything. It's going to have the 15 milliliter bottles, so the big ones: lavender, lemon, peppermint, frankincense, tea tree, wild orange, and wintergreen. Wintergreen is amazing. I just got my hands on that. I love the smell of it. It's just amazing in the diffuser. Essential oil blends, On Guard, Balance, Digestin, Aroma Touch. That's a nice massage blend for after work, long day, a party. I don't know, whatever's going on that totally drains you. Grab your Aroma Touch. It's perfect for the bath too. Serenity and Breathe. Now the On Guard products, you're going to get the On Guard beadlets. It's just 1/4 of a drop in a little gel ball. You can pop them in your mouth when you get that little tickle in your throat, or you can break them in your hands and use it as a hand sanitizer, and share them with your friends. They're perfect little share size. On Guard toothpaste, man, I cannot live without the toothpaste. It keeps inflammation down. My dentist, I've had 2 of them so far since I've started using this product, and they don't understand how awesome my mouth is. I need to tell them about this toothpaste because they think it's my toothbrush. On Guard hand wash and the amber glass dispenser. So you can put one in your bathroom, one in your kitchen. You don't need to use a whole bottle. You just fill it up, and I fill it up where it says Doterra, where the little imprint Doterra is on the bottle, and then the rest with water. Distilled water is what I turn to, but tap water is fine. And it's a nice foam, so you use less water, so that's helpful for the environment too. The On Guard mouthwash, love it. I wish I had my hands on this. I really do. I need to start putting it in my cart. It's got that cinnamon flavor. I prefer it over the mints now. It took me a while, but I have to say this is hands down a really good mouthwash. On Guard sanitizing spray, that's perfect for your hands, surfaces, touching carts, handles, those kind of things. I use it quite often. I even have one in my cart at work, so if my hands get real funky, at least I've got something that isn't a toxin. And On Guard soft gels, that's perfect for the person that wants to take it as a supplement form and not make their own. Just convenience. And other products, you get the Life on Vitality Pack, the Digestin Terrazyme, Deep Blue Rub, fractionated coconut oil, so you can wear it to, dilute and wear them topically. You get the La Luz diffuser. Love this beautiful glass diffuser. It's very pretty, you guys. Simple to use too. The Spa hand and body lotion, again, removing toxins. A wooden box to, keep your oils organized. And the vapor stick, it's like vapor rub, but it's not petroleum based, it's all plant based. And same as with the Correctex, that's going to replace your Neosporin, all plant based ingredients, and the PVCis Plus. That's the natural solutions kit. Now I know the price is like crazy, but again, you're getting a free membership. You're getting below wholesale costs on this kit. There's, I think, 13 or 14 products. So it comes out to like 11, 12, 13 bucks to pop a piece. And frankincense is not $13, a 15 milliliter bottle, and nor is the LLV pack. That's not $13 a bottle at all. Okay. Targeted wellness delivered. So once you get enrolled and you've got your kit and you start moving and grooving, you're probably like, you know what, I want to focus on immunity, or I want to focus on sleep. Doterra has solutions for you. They take the guesswork out. You get about 4 to 6 products per kit for 3 months. So each month you get a different kit based on the sleep or the immunity or the mind immune relief and respiratory. They just added digestion. I should have updated this slide. So that's brand new. That started this year, January 1st, that was available to us. So yeah, they give you the products, they give you the protocols when to use them, take the guesswork out, and you get these cute little, I call them makeup bags. And you get one, the first kit, and after that, they come in like little boxes. And you reuse those boxes to keep my office organized, actually. All right. There's 3 types of people that become members, for those that are interested. Those who want to live a natural wellness lifestyle. It's just going to use the products and love doTERRA and just, keep their stocks going, their oils going. Those who want to share and get their products paid for, that's the second person. And the third person, they want to build and earn an income and make an impact. So if you think you're a sharer or a builder, definitely connect with me, because I want to help you, share with your community too, and make an impact on in your community. The reason I wanted to teach this class and was so excited about it is because I had an experience over the Thanksgiving break. I visited the in-laws, and I was completely out of control of, all the products they had in there. So of course I brought as much as I could of my own, but I couldn't control the laundry situation. And what we do is we pack just for a day or two, and then we just constantly do laundry so that we have something to wear. And since there's 4 of us, it makes a big load. So my mother-in-law, I love her to death. She was gracious and did our laundry. And I don't know what brand my sister-in-law had. I never went down to the laundry room to see what they were using. But after the laundry was done, I noticed this really like strong scent from our laundry. And I was just like, oh no. I was like, I think I could survive a couple of days of this. So everything got washed, everything. And we got it all into our suitcase. And I have to say, I noticed after the third day, or second or third day, being with them and wearing those washed clothes, my symptoms started coming back. So I started getting night sweats, just a little bit, but I noticed it, and hot flashes. They kind of crept back in, and I was just, it's got to be this, because I had my supplements, I had my oils, I didn't change anything in my diet, even though we were traveling, which is really hard to do, but I was very mindful of that. And but I was still getting the symptoms. So we go home. I open up the suitcase, and it's just this stink. It's whatever that fragrance that was in the cleaning product, just it reeked. So I ran a load. I took everything out and put it in the washer. And of course I used On Guard. Didn't work. That smell still was there when the load was done. Then I tried Abode. It was still there, but it wasn't so bad. Like the Abode helped a little bit. So I'm like, all right, let me dry these, because I didn't want to wash it again. So I threw it in the dryer with my dryer balls and the Abode Essential Oil blend. It's a EPA approved cleaning product. And so some of it was still there, but most of it was gone. And I put everything away, fold everything, put it away. And I could still, sorry, my dog is barking at the neighbor. I can still smell it. I would pull a drawer out or pull an article of clothing that was in that load, and I could still smell it. And it wasn't until after maybe after that week, I did the laundry again, and eventually it went away. But I'm convinced it was that chemical on our clothes that was wreaking havoc on me. So now I know. And so I have to spread the word. We have to get rid of the fragrance in our homes, you guys. It's totally messing us up. Okay. If you have any questions, please reach out to the person that enrolled you. You can also text Nature. I think this is still usable. Nature to 386457. They're going to send you some text, just some tips on how to reduce your toxic load. Okay, I hope that was helpful, you guys. If you have any questions, trying to stop the share, just bear with me. If you have any questions, reach out to us. We're here to support you guys, okay? And we want to get you started on the right path. Okay, see you next week. We will go back to You Got Oils now what? So it's just going to be another repeat because more people are coming in into the fold. So February, tons of good classes. I think I shared the class schedule already with you guys on Simple Abundant Facebook with Nick Facebook group. If I haven't, just keep an eye out for that. I'm excited. Okay, take care, everybody, and I'll see you next Wednesday. Happy Wellness Wednesday. Bye.